This is Business Class on Your Money.
Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and welcome to Business Class. Today's show is coming to you from 102 floors above New York City. Before we check into some of our favourite spots in Manhattan right now, here's this week's travel news. In travel news this week, Air New Zealand's first Airbus A321neo was placed into service today, offering flight NZ739 from Auckland to Brisbane. The aircraft is the first of 13 new Airbus Neos to join Air New Zealand's fleet, with the modern jets being deployed on routes from New Zealand to Australia and the Pacific Islands. The aircraft feature all new cabin interiors with wider seats than the current Airbus A320 fleet. Other customer enhancements include around 25% more overhead locker space, a new in-flight entertainment system with 10-inch screens, and high-powered USB charging points and Wi-Fi connectivity. Alongside Brisbane, Coolangatta will also be a destination for the new Airbus A321 aircraft. From February 2019, the airline will add a new Monday return service between Auckland and the Gold Coast on the A321neo and move the existing 4 other return services to the new aircraft. Air New Zealand Chief Revenue Officer Cam Wallace says the aircraft has 46 more seats than the current international A320 fleet, and the move to 5 days per week will be great for holidaymakers. Prior to the launch flight to Brisbane today, more than 40 teams from across the airline helped get the A321 into service. And let's take a look now at the work behind the scenes.
Behind me you'll see our new A321neo. We will be going through a process of service ready checking the aircraft and service ready checking all of our business areas.
Earlier today we had the team from PaxCare who do all of our special handling and medical carriage as well for our customers, and there's a really neat feature on the A321neo aircraft which we don't have on our other narrow body aircraft, is that it can carry a stretcher for medical evacuations and for other people who are travelling for quite extreme medical situations.
While we're changing the nose cones today, the black paint doesn't reflect the infrared sensors down the terminals, so that allow the aircraft to taxi in and park, so we need to replace the paint with a different paint system.
So we need the aircraft fitted into the same turn time as the current A320 fleet. The 2 aircraft need to interchange seamlessly in the network. So because of that, we need to turn it in 60 minutes. This aircraft has 46 more passengers, 3 more cans for baggage, takes longer to clean, so all of that needs to be factored in, and that's what we're trialling here today.
We are trialling the turnaround of the A321neo. Crew will do the normal things and make it realistic as possible.
So down on the ramp side, I've been coordinating the below wing activities. We've been timing the containers on and off the aircraft, making sure that with the extra containers for this aircraft, we can meet the time frame.
You sit in the seat and it just moulds into your body. The IFE's amazing. It's just beautiful. So I'm just absolutely amazed.
In London, British Airways is celebrating raising £20 million for the airline's global charity partnership with comic relief called Flying Start. The partnership began in 2010 with a goal to raise £20 million by the end of 2020 and has achieved hitting the monumental target 2 years early. Last week, British Airways employees and customers were treated to a celebratory flight to say thank you to the dedicated fundraisers and generous customers who've helped hit the fundraising target. Russell Kane, Joel Dommett and Rob Beckett took their comedy to new heights when they performed a special Flying Start gig in the sky. The trio entertained 140 guests during a special hour-long flight on an Airbus A320, and the comics rose to the challenge with an aviation-themed performance that had the audience roaring in the aisles. Here are the highlights.
We are here to do a comedy gig in the air in an aeroplane for British Airways to celebrate them raising £20 million for comic relief through Flying Start.
I've done some very strange gigs in my life. I've never done a gig in the sky. I've done a gig on the Isle of Skye, never the actual sky.
The weirdest thing about doing a gig in the sky from a standards point of view, which no one warns you about, is that you can't see people's reactions. All you can see is their eyes over the seat. So, I mean, I could be, am I laughing at the moment? No, aggressive, hard to tell. And whoever idea it was, I hope we raise lots of money because this could be my last ever gig.
£20 million can change the lives of literally millions of people and can really help us carry out our work here in the UK and in some of the poorest communities in the world.
And we're basically just saying thank you. And £20 million is so much money, so well done, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Raise the roof, not too much though. And welcome Joel Dommett.
This is so strange. I also love that we're sat in first class and the CEO's in economy.
Hello! Here we go. I'm the warm-up for the seatbelt sign. What a career high.
The main message is thank you. All of you that are here because you've done something really special. So thank you very much.
Alex cruising back to his seat there. The Cruise Meister General! Oh.
That was the most amazing experience I've ever had.
Yeah, it was a top experience, it was a good laugh, it's all for a good cause, and I think they should do it more often.
I think probably the only flight we'll hear, this is a flight going London Heathrow back to London Heathrow as well, so that was quite fun.
It was good to see them live in the air, so not many people can say that.
Absolutely fantastic. What a great little gig. I got to do a sweet bit of material where I put my crotch in Mark Wright's face. What a dream for him and for me.
The atmosphere up there was amazing.
20 million for comic release, incredible.
Thank you all for coming to this gig in the sky. I've been Russell Kane. Thank you very much. Seatbelt light, now!
Here in New York City, British Airways has just opened a revamped lounge at JFK Airport. Let's go inside. British Airways has opened the doors to a luxurious new first-class lounge at New York's JFK Terminal 7. The space is the airline's first long-haul lounge to showcase the new design direction that customers are already enjoying in Rome and Aberdeen. The refurbishment forms part of a £52 million investment in the British Airways customer experience at JFK's Terminal 7. At 60% larger than its predecessor and covering more than 5,480 square feet, the lounge has been designed with thoughtfully tailored zones. A new wine room forms the centrepiece, boasting a wine dispenser, which enables customers to enjoy wines at exactly the right temperature that have been oxidised to the correct level. Customers will also be able to enjoy flights of wine, a selection of different wines linked to a theme, and the current theme is Chardonnays of the world. Other features include an opulent first bar with a wide range of premium beverages and a quiet work area. Customers can also dine in the airline's upgraded dining room before they fly to maximise rest on their flight. A new boutique menu created by executive chefs Gavin McKenzie and Waylon Walker will include dishes influenced by the season, as well as a new bowl food concept designed to offer customers a chance for a lighter option before they fly. The opening of British Airways' new first lounge at Terminal 7 is one of a number of changes the airline has already made to improve the customer experience this year. The Concorde room at JFK for first customers was refreshed earlier this year, and customers flying in First and Club World now also enjoy an enhanced check-in experience at the exclusive new Premium Zone, with direct access to fast-track security. The new First Wing and First Check-In are also open to ensure a smooth start to the journey. British Airways will complete its refurbishment of Terminal 7 in 2019, after the upgrade of the Gallery's business class lounge has been completed. British Airways will complete its refurbishment of Terminal 7 in 2019, after the upgrade of the Gallery's business class lounge has been completed. Coming up after the break, business class from New York City continues.
We'll be back with more business class on Your Money, and be sure to check out yourmoney.com.au. And now, more business class on Your Money.
The One World Observatory is located 102 floors above Manhattan, and it offers some of the most spectacular views in the world. Let's go inside. We're here 102 floors above Manhattan at the One World Observatory, and you have an incredible view of all of New York here.
We're so glad you're here with us. We have 360-degree views for 70 kilometers in every direction.
And it's a journey in itself just taking the elevator to come up here to this floor.
That's right. We want to remind locals and visitors alike that New York has a storied history. And what we do is we illustrate how it's transformed from an island of forest to an island of skyscrapers. And here, of course, the crowning one at nearly 400 meters high.
Nearly 400 meters high. And if you look at what you can see from up here, like we said, you can see all three New York City airports, Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, Midtown Manhattan, New Jersey, Long Island. It's quite an incredible view.
That's true. It's the most unique view. We have our harbors, we have our islands, and we have the surrounding countryside.
Yeah, and you get a lot of visitors every year, but it's a very popular attraction here in Lower Manhattan.
It is indeed. It's truly the first tourist attraction after the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. The Oculus, of course, has opened as well. So One World Observatory draws about 2.5 million people every year from all around the world.
So 2.5 million people come here to look at this every year, and you're going to get days where it's going to be a little bit cloudy, but on a day like today, it is absolutely spectacular.
Right. In fact, sometimes clouds can be our friend because they paint the sky in a very, very interesting way.
And it can do that, can't it? It can change the whole aspect of something, because when you're above the clouds, it's a whole different journey.
There are days where that occurs, where people feel like they're in flight.
Must get a lot of people coming here going, oh, I can see my house over here, or I can see this over here, or my favorite spots over here. So everyone's got a unique story to tell when they come here.
Indeed, indeed. And in fact, for those that don't know the landscape well, we have a digital iPad experience that decodes the skyline for them. Every major building is labeled. In fact, 40 sites they can touch and fly to with video.
Which is a great experience in its own right. And I was just going to say before, like, if you take a photo, if I come here in 6 months, it's going to be a different photo because the skyscrapers keep changing in this city.
That's right. New York is always growing. Every year we would need to redo the photography.
So it's always a good excuse to come back.
Indeed, indeed.
Now, around the area, like you said, Lower Manhattan's going through the roof at the moment, which is fantastic. So people are going to come down to this part of town and have quite a few things they can do now.
That's right. We have we have great iconic architecture by world-renowned starchitects, if you will. Yeah. And we have great new restaurants, everything from Italy and Le District to some fanciful new places to eat. Yeah. And then great shopping.
Yeah, and accessible too, isn't it?
It is. Every major subway line in the city ties up here.
And also from New Jersey as well, and very easy if you're staying in Brooklyn.
That's right. From New Jersey, you can take our PATH train or the ferries. There's actually 2 ferry stations here in downtown, and very, very easy from Brooklyn.
So if we could ask you what the most popular view is of up here, what are people taking the photos of the most?
I would say our bridges along the East River, the Brooklyn, the Manhattan, the Williamsburg. Of course, the Statue of Liberty and our Verrazano Narrows Bridge and Ellis Island, those are things that you can only see from here.
Well, it's truly one-of-a-kind experience, and thank you for having us.
We're very pleased you came.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Here in New York City, the festive season is certainly in full swing. We catch up with the General Manager of Conrad New York, Marlene Poinder, to find out about why the hotel's a great spot to stay at during the festive season. We're here at the Conrad in New York, and the festive season is upon us. I'm joined by the General Manager, Marlene Poinder. And Marlene, the festive season's here. What are some of the things you guys do during festive season?
It is. The Christmas trees and decorations are going up as we speak, James. And in the hotel, we celebrate in December. We have great shopping packages that we partner with Westfield and Brookfield, and they include tours of the Oculus and some credits in some of the great retailers. In the hotel, Santa does come and visit a couple of times close to Christmas and over Christmas. And we also have a pedicab, which is great. It comes in over 3 weekends in December, and it's covered. So if it is snowing, you have a beautiful covered pedicab, and someone will drive you around the local shops in the area. So it's a wonderful treat. But we have the ice skating rink, which is available just on the Hudson River outside of Brookfield Plaza, and that is available from the 1st of December.
You can actually go around skating with some American professionals.
You can indeed. We have Olympic champions that are there available. In fact, we have a package together with the ice skating rink and Brookfield where you can have a private lesson to ice skate, and that then is something you can do even if you buy our shopping packages.
Wonderful.
Which you can have a beautiful shopping package available for you when you arrive at the hotel from Westfield. Lots of goodies in there and some great discounts available at some of the wonderful retailers.
Marlene, as an expat Aussie, you must love being here around the festive season. The whole city completely changes.
It does, James. It's a different time of the year. You know, at home we're used to barbecues and wearing shorts and going to the beach. And here, the festive season reminds me of what I saw in the old movies. So the Christmas markets, the glühwein, the hot chocolate, you know, everything about the holiday season, really from Thanksgiving, which is next week, right through the Christmas period is very special, and everybody goes all out, all retailers, bars, restaurants, so you really do get into the spirit.
So it's a great time for Aussies to come over. It's also a bit of a secret, the fact that New York in winter is way more affordable than summer across the board, and it's actually almost more of a fun time to be here.
It is. It's obviously you have to have a jacket and just bring a beanie and a pair of gloves and some boots. But quite honestly, the weather really can be very different at Christmas time. If you're lucky, you will get snow like we just have, and I think that really is the fun part about being in New York when it's snowing with the beautiful Christmas decorations and everybody in a festive party mood in the whole city.
Yeah, there's a good few weeks coming up in December where you can actually get a lot of bargains actually flying to New York and being in New York, and obviously so many great presents to take home afterwards with you.
Absolutely. I mean, the discounts from next weekend right through to the Christmas period are really wonderful, and even though it's a busy time to buy, there are a lot of great sales on in the city. So good on both sides.
Fun time to be in New York. Thank you for having us in the hotel.
It is. Pleasure.
Awesome. Coming up after the break on Business Class from New York City, we check into a great Midtown hotel and an urban sanctuary.
We'll be back with more Business Class on Your Money. And now, more Business Class on Your Money.
Welcome back to Business Class from New York City. Hotel 48 Lex is a great hotel for both business and leisure travellers. Let's check in now. Well, David, we're here at Hotel 48 Lex, a great little boutique hotel in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, isn't it?
Yes, it's amazing. We're right located on 48th and Lex, in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. We love this location. It gives all our guests ample opportunity to go around the city, uptown, downtown. We are located right near the subway station as well as Grand Central Station.
And how many rooms do you have here?
We have 116 rooms. We consist of 20 suites, which have our 2 penthouse suites on the top floor.
And very spacious rooms here in the hotel, especially for New York.
Yes, absolutely. We love our rooms here. We think our Executive Kings, our Premier Suites, and our Master Suites and Essential Suites have enough room to entertain our guests with their families and with their friends and families.
Because you get a lot of Aussies coming into New York, and they're going to be here for about a week when they stay here, so you want a spacious space.
Yeah, we like their length of stay. We love when they come to New York because they spend anywhere from about 4 to 7 days here. Yeah. We have great ample amenities in the rooms. We have sinks, we have dishwashers, we have a little bit of cooking unit that they could use throughout the week as well.
I noticed that you had microwaves in the rooms, and usually with a hotel in New York, you've got to call up and try and get someone to microwave something for you, but it's actually in your suite.
Yes, we love our suites because our suites, you can walk in and you have your mini bar on the right, and we have our suite, we have a dishwasher, we also have our microwaves that actually help people cook for their little ones if they want to make some popcorn.
Which is perfect, and if you look at the size of the rooms, obviously you've got really great bathrooms here. When you renovated the hotel, a lot of attention in the bathroom, which is always a great thing in a hotel.
Yeah, we like our bathroom setup. We also have some spa amenities in our suites, and it comes with our Kinetsu eye mask. We also have our Malanguettes. That's our bathroom amenities, and our bathroom amenities are for everyday travelers.
And if you think about bathroom amenities, how important is it then to ramp up the quality for guests? I mean, some hotels have got some pretty average ones, but you've got one of the better brands.
Yeah. We think that our bathroom amenities actually stand above because we love when people come in, they have to take a luxurious shower. They want to make sure that it's the best lather for them, as well as the best amenities for our guests.
And if you said to one of the guests, here are a few things you can do around this neighbourhood, what would you recommend?
I would definitely say go to Grand Central. That's one of the biggest hubs in New York City. I think people gravitate towards that. Plus, we're not a far walking distance from Fifth Avenue, from all the great shopping around. We're also not far from Central Park, and you could go to through Central Park, enjoy the sights from there, and we also have the great museums around that area as well.
So obviously great for business and for leisure as well.
Yeah. We are in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, so our negotiated accounts and our business traveler loves the hotel. We have actually every single room has double pane windows, which in the heart of Midtown Manhattan you hear all the street noise, but in our hotel you don't hear that noise, which is great.
Very convenient to JFK and LaGuardia, given that the tunnel's quite close by, which is a very important thing. I think sometimes when you come to New York, you could spend an hour getting from Manhattan down to your hotel.
Yeah, I think the travel distance between us and JFK and LaGuardia is very quick. Either a taxi or an Uber or whichever means of transportation. You would also go down to the street and take 53rd and Lex and take an E train right to the air train that takes you right to JFK.
Perfect. So many positives here for this little hotel, isn't there?
Yeah, we love this spot. I think we just want to get our name out there. We want to make sure people know who we are, and once they stay here, they'll come back because of the service that we provide, plus the sleeping rooms, the hot shower, the great meal down at Lexington Brass. We have it all.
Wonderful. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.
New York's Nomad District is home to one of the most interesting urban sanctuaries in America. Let's go inside.
Modern Sanctuary was opened about 2 years ago with the intention of really being more of a collaborative and collective environment of healing modalities all in one place. So not only did we really want to create this healing environment, I wanted people to feel like they were coming home. The idea of home has always been important for me. It's a place where I can go to relax, to be myself, to be taken care of, to feel judgment-free. And so I wanted to emanate that idea of helping people come home within by playing off the idea of design, the different healing modalities that we have as well. And so even when you walk off the elevator at Modern Sanctuary, you're walking into a living room style waiting room where we have relaxing, comfortable place where you can just relax. And then the walls also, you're going to notice, instead of being a white and bright, are really dark and painted almost black. The idea is to play off sensory deprivation of helping you zen out, de-stimulate from everything that's going on in New York City to just relax for a bit before you're taken off to have an experience with your practitioner or different treatment. So Modern Sanctuary is based around a salt room. We have a large Himalayan salt room that's luxuriously done. We have 10,000 pounds of Himalayan salt that have been brought in from the foothills of the Himalayas. We have salt on the walls, salt on the floors, salt blowing through the room, so it's this amazing, energetically relaxing experience. And then we have 15 different treatment rooms. We have 20 plus practitioners and 35 plus different treatments, all from wellness, beauty, health, to even experiential wellness as well.
And what are some of your favorite treatments here at the Modern Sanctuary?
Gosh, I am a huge fan of everything that's going on here, but some of my favorite ones really are the salt room, which is unlike anything you've done. I know the sound of a Himalayan salt room sounds a little strange, like, okay, is salt really good for you in that therapeutic way? But I promise you, 30 minutes in a salt room and you are just melting. It's like the world around you disappears. It's like being back in this womb-like calm. And then the crystal bed. We call it the Sensory 7 machine. It's not like anything you've probably seen anywhere else. And I can tell you a lot about it, but in essence, it's 7 different modalities brought into one, from sound and sight and vibration, music, crystal healing, infrared biomats. It's really just this incredible rebalancing of your system with frequency generation as well.
So you could literally, you need a couple of days in here coming back and forth just to do everything.
You would probably need a good couple days. We have a wellness concierge that if you're coming in for something specific, like you're working on mental health, we do have several different things that we can recommend to you. I know for mental health and stuff, we do have hypnotherapy to biofeedback to neurological remapping, EMDR, holistic psychiatry, all the way down to meditation, breath work, and classes in our salt room. But if you just want a day of relaxation, we can curate that too. So if you're here for just your general relaxation massage, we can do that. If you're really wanting to go try some alternative medicine and treatments, we can also oblige that.
Well, that's it from us in New York City. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Business Class.